Hello guys, how are you? How is your Nmap scanning part 1? Everything clear? Okay, Nmap is the wide range of usage for the ethical hacker, for the security analyst. You can do a lot of things on the Nmap. So if I make click for the everybody else, it will take a long episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. So I only want to focus on the some from the ethical hacker way of view to which type of command used to scanning the network, doing the security analyst to find out the any weaknesses, or maybe find out the some troubleshooting step. And then if you are application engineer, so you need to find out whether your software is working properly based on the which protocol or something like that. The based on the Nmap you can do a lot of things. Okay, so I only focus on the ethical hacking, how we can use and scan the remote host, or maybe your local host. Maybe you need to find out if something can manage to connect from the outside network. You need to troubleshooting, all the things you can try from the Nmap. Okay, so let's start the Nmap again. Let's refresh. So Nmap is the just the command. There is a two mode, whether it's the privilege to scan or unprivileged to scan. Okay, let's try again. We want to privilege to scan. For example, all the TCB port you can scan. Normally you don't need any privilege. For example, I don't want to scan the Google. Okay, I don't want any notification from the Google. I don't try to show our domain name to testing the Nmap. Okay, so I want to use the Nmap domain name. The domain address is scan me dot. You can try to test it as well, and org. Okay, so this is normally we using this, so we don't need any privilege to sudo, or maybe other su command to root privilege to scan the remote network. You don't need any privilege. But if you're using the TCB related things, for example, you want to use the TCB sync scan, TCB fin scan, acknowledge scan, all these things you require the privilege. You need the privilege to scan the remote host. So this normally we don't need any privilege, just scan straight away. Okay, but the thing is, you need to remember that when you're using the Nmap to scan, right, you didn't define any port number, anything, right? The Nmap will be scanned only the 1000 ports. Okay, so how you know that 1000 port Nmap is scanning? In here you can see that 998 port filter TCB port. They are using the default TCB to scan the remote host. Okay, so 998 port is filter, which means Nmap cannot manage to get any response from the remote host, which means it's filter. Okay, 998 port, only two ports are opening, 22 and 18. Okay, so that you already realize that Nmap will be scan only the 1000 port, 0 to 1000 port. Okay, 1 to 1000 ports it will be scanning. So you want to scan all the ports 0 to 65535 port, right? You need to use the switch. This switch is dash p dash. So which means you will scan all the port. You don't want only 1000 port, you want to scan everything. Okay, so just enter. It will scan the 1000 port, but it will take time because it's not the only 1000 port number. It will scan only 65535 port number, 0 to 65535. So it's take a lot of time. You can try yourself. I would like to skip on the another tab. Later we will check what is the output of this scanning. Okay, so let me open the another tab. Okay, so this time I will use the TCB sync scan. So you already remember TCB sync scan require the privilege. Okay, so I will scan TCB sync scan to scan me dot. Maybe this time I will use the Cloudflare. Cloudflare affiliate. Cloudflare.com. Oh, so what is the error message? You requested the scan type which require the root privilege. Okay, so I need the sudo privilege to scan the remote host, because I can use this dash s sync scan. So TCB sync scan require the privilege. So I need to type the account password, then it will be scanned. So this thing you have to remember that all this TCB related you require the privilege. So let's go back and check. Okay, I haven't finished yet. Still doing the scanning. It will take time because it will scan all the port number. Okay, Cloudflare scanning is also scanning the 1000 port number, whether which ports are opening or which ports are filter, which ports are and filter all this thing, Okay, I will go. Let's wait a few seconds. What will be come out the output of this scanning result? Okay, I don't want to wait too long. Okay, let's go. So this time I will use the TCP protocol, but I don't want to use the privilege. Okay, how to scan? Just nmap SD switch to. This time I will use another domain just like the www.facebook.com. Okay, so it's required the TCB Connect, which means it's the TCB Connect scan. That's only connect whether the remote host can manage to connect or not, which protocol allowed to connect, something like that. It doesn't require any privilege. Also using the TCB Sync scan. Sorry, TCB Connect scan. This is not the. You want to know what is the Sync scan, what is the fin scan, what is the acknowledge scan. This thing you need to go and read the TCB, the package. What is the TCP package look like? What is the header? So what is the acknowledge? So you need to know the three-way handshake of the TCP, everything. Okay, this one also we already TCP Connect scan. 1000 ports are scanned already. Only 2 ports are opening, port 80 and 443. Okay, so this is the we scan to the remote host facebook.com. Okay, the TCP, sorry, the Nmap is not only for scanning the port. This Nmap is also you need to find the remote IP address. For example, you can see this is the remote IP address for the Facebook, and then you can detect the operating system version and software details, and then you can even find out the vulnerability of the remote host. I will share this scripting, the MS script and the NSD script on the another video clip because of I don't want to push so much thing on the one clip, so you will be confused, you will be not oh my god, so complicated, you don't want to learn anything. Okay, so this is the thing. In here, right, you can only see the port number HTTP. You didn't see all this, version information, everything. So this time I will use some other switch. For example, what you want to use, you want to scan the remote operating system and service uh, service using service version name. So you want to use dash a. So dash a is quite completed. It will be verbose output of the operating system and then service detection. So it will be try to detect the operating system and service. But if you are configured to block from the Facebook, you can't see any output. Okay, let's try to again. This one also using the first 1000 port number. Okay, let's go back and check whether it's take too much time because of that's why Nmap is using only 1000 port number to scan, because of if default is you to scan everything, right, it take too much time. Okay, another thing I can share. Wait, once it finish, okay. So Cloudflare is already gone. We using the TCB Sync scans. Okay, TCB Sync scans. Then this is the IP address of the remote host. So 997 ports are filtered, only 3 ports are open. So this is the host's app. This is the latency. So this time I will use the another switch. What is this another switch is? I want to speed up my scanning. So how you can speed up the scanning? There's a 3 types. You can speed up the scanning, the T1, T3 and T4. What is the different definition of the T? So this is T is one is T4 is very aggressive, which means that type of scam might be impact on the remote host. If you are sending too much scanning to the remote, is it really impact. uh Normally people don't want to use T options, but if you want to use the option also can, no problem. But this time I want to see what is this latency is different, or I want to use T4 flat. So which means when you some aggressive and speed up your scanning, so a bit aggressive. T3 is the normal, T0 is the just the medium, so you can use whatever, but I just want to check whether latency will be changed or not. Just enter and then see the output of the Cloudflare again, whether it's any different or not. Okay, scanning is 91.27 second. So this time if you got faster than this second, so T4 is working actually. Okay, so let's go back the scanning this, this Facebook screen scanning, because of this time this one is 16.86 seconds, right? So it's quite faster than the just now we scanning the Cloudflare, right? Cloudflare using the scene scans. You can see that scanning result. If you are scanning, this is I'm only showing the only one host, cloudflare.com, www.google.com, scanme.nmap.org. But if you are scanning the range of the subnet, right? For example, you want 192.167 IP address range, or maybe list of the hosts for your company, or for your client, so you can scan all this thing one by one. It will take too much time. You will be really boring to scan. So at that time you need to use the first time method to how to scan the remote host, how to list everything inside the one host. You don't want to type so many commands to scan it. Okay, so this is the different. Just now we got there 91 second or 27, 91 or 27 seconds if didn't use the T4 flat. Okay, just only the sync scan. After we use the T4 flat, right, scanning time is much faster. Now only 75 or 69 seconds. This is the difference between the aggressive scan and normal scanning. Okay, Nmap has a lot of switches. I don't even remember all these things by heart. You need to, before that you need to reference little bit, but you need to by heart everything, how it's working, what is your requirement, you should know lah actually. Okay, another thing is Nmap have some how to say the configure. Do you want to scan only the top port number, right? You can only set the how many top port number you want to scan, something like that. You can set it up. For example, Nmap -f. Then this time I don't want to use the sync scan. I want to just normal scanning, TCB Connect scan. Then what you want to use, I don't want to maybe I will use the T4 for a little bit faster. Then that's all. Cloudflare, I use cloudflare.com. Okay, so let's see what is the difference between this, the first two, and then the last one. What is the difference? So just now we using the D4, right? We didn't mention any port number, so that it will be scanned there 1000 first 1000 port numbers. Okay, didn't mention any ports. Okay, but in here you use the -F option, -T4 flat. So after we scan the Cloudflare, right, then what is the output? There is no any output, TCB filter 100 port, no response. But I don't know which 100 port the Nmap is using to scan the remote host. It's only show that this is using the 100 port number. But there is no response, which means these 100 ports are filtered. So for if you are using the /f option, right, it will only scan the first 100 port, but you don't know which first 100 port it using to scan the Cloudflare. This time I want to use the, oh my god, sorry, what is this? Okay, this time I want to use only the top port number 20, port 20 you want to scan. So this is the same type. You don't need any privilege, just set there another different sentence port. 20. So this means only top 20 port will be scanned. Okay, so I don't need to use the anything, whether TCB scan or Connect scan, but I want to speed up. Okay, so let's see whether we can see this port 80 443 8080s enter the top 20. Okay, so after you finished, right, top 20 ports, then we are scanning only 9.50 second. This is quite good, but if you want to use only based on the opening port, but if you want to see operating system everything, it will be little bit higher time than the normal scanning. Okay, so we already scanned the first 20 port number, 20, 22, 23. All these opens are filter. Only port 80s are open, then 443s are open. Okay, I have something wrong on the previous scan. Let me try. First 20 port, I will remove this connect scan method, then try again the 100 port. What is the difference? Is it the same output or not? So this is first 20 port scan. Only open is uh this 443 80s and 80 Okay, let's see whether it's how many ports are scanned. You can see, right? Wait. So in here you can see but it didn't mention how many ports are scanned. So which this is 20 means we are scanning only the 20 port number. Let's count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Yes, first 20. But in here the output of the scanning didn't mention the Nmap is scanned for only first 20 ports. Okay, there is no anything display. But when I'm using the minus F flat, right, I remove the connect scan method. Then it's showing that it will be scanned the first 100 port number. Then 97 port are filter, only 3 ports are open. But the straight way is you cannot use the minus F options and the TCB Connect scanner. If you're using the TCB Connect scan and let me remove this. It will display the different output. Okay, so this will also you can use the first 20 port. Just now you realized that, right? Sometimes Nmap is showing that a bit different. For example, just now we scan, right, F2 T4 flat, but only showing the 3 ports are open. Now 4 ports are open. So sometimes you only one time scan is not enough. You need to use the different method to find out the first all these combinations. Okay, let's try again one more time. Just now we try, right? Maybe there's your network issue. Maybe you are the remote who has the some firewall issue, some different things. So just now, right, we can see all this output again. Maybe my network has something problem. That's why previously, right, we scanned the this method, right, just now first 100 port, right, there is no any output. See the 100 filter DC but no response. Maybe my network has something problem, I'm not sure. Okay, so this is the things like that. Only one time scanning and you see the output is not really enough. You need to use the multiple switch to scan the network maybe a few times to enumerate your requirement. So this is the thing Nmap is you need to find out what is the why this is output is came out, and then you need to scan another switches to scan the network, and what is the difference between the previous scannings and the after you using the different switches to come out the other output. So you need to compare the output result, and you need to choose the best way to scan the remote host. So it's this one also take too much time. Okay, let cancel this scanning, then I will put the T4 flag. Okay, I will use the T4 flag. Let's see whether Nmap can manage to finish it quite faster than previously. Oh, it's take too much time, and then I don't want to use. Okay, so let's go through all this thing. We just finished, right? All this scanning for the SDSS. First hand report. This one is my dash F is for first hand report number. Okay, first hand report scanning. Maybe that you want to use only the top port number 20, or you can use the first 20 port number just now, right? We used the first 20 port number, right? Yeah, sorry. Just now we use the first 20 port, in here the first 20 port dot port number 20. So all these things you need to remember the different sentence using inside the Nmap scanning. You can only use okay Nmap Google, or maybe your domain name. It's not really enough. You need to know the more details information of the service operating system, everything. You need to type the long Nmap command to find out the output of the command. Okay, so the T4 also you need to know, you need to use that if your remote who is quite far from your system, or your system is take too much time to get back the output. So you have to use the same aggressive scan to sending the traffic to the remote host. Okay, this is all this thing you need to know based on your environment. I don't want to exactly tell you, hey, you need to follow this way, that way, based on your environments. Okay, so another thing is this is also TCB scan. Let's try the UDB scan whether it's working or not. Let's try. Okay, this time I will use the dash SU, which means I will use only UDB port. So you already know transport layer is a two protocol, TCB and UDB. Most of the protocols are using TCB for the reliable purpose. It will be acknowledged back whether you sending the sync package, and then send back to you. Hey, okay, I received your sync package. Let's connect let's establish the connection, something like that. But UDB is not like that. You sending the somebody say hello, then other person will be don't want to reply hello. Okay, you want this, get it, take it. If you don't take it from you get, and you didn't get anything from me, which means I didn't receive your request. You have to know that this is a common sense, something like that. The UDB is like that. They will not reply you anything. You request, you will get back to you. If you don't receive, which means your request is not reached to the remote host or something like that, or maybe the same error. So this type of things you are using the, for example, DNS as using the UDB, same video streaming also using the UDBs, and maybe the network traffic, they will not reply back to you, acknowledge back. Okay, so this type of protocols are using the UDB. Let's see whether Google use any UDB port. Okay, I don't think so there is any UDB port. Okay, Google is also require the privilege, so you need to set the sudo privilege. Now I think you know a bit more about the Nmap, how you can scan the network, how you can, But the thing is, after you scanning the things, right? For example, just long list of the scanning. Okay, just we already finished the T4 to Facebook, and then we detect all this. For example, version, right? TCB and 443 version. You can see anything from version, Even we type the -A to know the service and the OS detections, service and for example, this TCB using which software version, something like that, right? So which means the remote host is the Facebook side is configure something to block the response, so that even you send to request, say I want to know your HTTP using software version, let me know, something like that. So they configure to block, then you didn't receive any response, so in here is blocked. Even we send the request, we didn't receive any information. Okay, okay, this oh my god, keep going back. Okay, this method we try using, I will remove the Facebook. Just now scan me, I will use the scan me. I want you to I want to compare the two domain, what is different between scan scanme.nmap.org. Okay, so this is later I want to compare the two different outputs from the Facebook and then another domain. Okay, so another thing is when you are scanning the from your command the terminal, right? So all these things are boost output from here. You can manage to save it, if you want to save, you want to take screenshot from here, or maybe you can copy and paste to the another documents to you want to know that at that time, as a security engineer or maybe ethical hacker, you need to record something, right? You cannot scan, okay, finish, I saw these ports are open and then I will write the report. Not like that. You need to take the screenshot. You need to evidence to show the client, or maybe you need to know after that, okay, during the scanning I saw this port 80 open. After that, the port is no longer open. Maybe the remote sites already use the firewall to filter the port, or maybe disable some port, maybe service is down, something like that. So you need to record the port number. So okay, before that, just compare the Googles and then Facebook and then scanning Nmap. Okay, just now Facebook, right? We request dash a method to want to see the version of the software when using the port 80 HTTP 443 HTTP, what HTTP software using, web server software using, and there is no any info, which means the Facebook site is blocking. But when you scan the Nmap, right, the Nmap web server, you can see they are using port 22 is for Ubuntu, okay, version. So you can go and check they are currently using which Ubuntu version based on the Open SSH protocol the version number, so that you will see the default, okay, this version of Open SSH used on the Ubuntu 18 or maybe 12, something like that. This thing you can check their operating system. Another thing is just now port 80 using the other Apache HTTP 2.4.7. based on that you can find on there 2.4.7 whether there is any vulnerability on this Apache server, and then you need to enumerate more information to scan the network and fix the issue. So this is the one of the thing very very useful. The Nmap is for enumeration. You need to use a lot of enumeration from there using the Nmap commands. Okay, so in all this information, but you cannot remember by heart everything, and because of you are not only scanning for the one host, you need to use another. Client has a lot of website, a lot of IP address. You need to know everything, or you need to record. So in that purpose, there is another option you can use to save the record. Okay, so this one I will save the record. Where am I save? So I will save it. The option is dash o and n. So you want to save Nmap website output. MS website output. So which means you want to save this output inside this document. So after the scanning, you can still reference the output of the scan. Oh, okay. At that time, I'm scanning. For example, you can see the date, right? In here, date. And then time. You can scan. After that, you post scanning, pre-scanning, right? And then you will read, okay, the client's already fixed this port and filter the protocol already. Hey, you can request the Nmap to, hey, port 22 is opening. Why do you have any reason to open this port number? Please close it. It's not really good. Is any bad guy can take advantage to ships, and so you can point out to that after the post scanning. You can see that, okay, port 22 is already closed, so this issue can close inside your report. So all this thing is you need to know that all the scanning, all the evidence you need to save as a security ethical hacker. Okay, so this time I will save this output inside this document. Let's see. Okay, finish already. Oh my god, I keep clicking on that. Okay, finish already. Sorry. Okay, finish already. Let's see whether this document inside the list or not. This is there. The just now output inside this file. Let's read the output. Let's read it. Let me clear the file first. Okay, so let's read the output. This is output inside the your just now we saved the output inside there, one of the test file, so you can record it after the scanning or anytime. Okay, this time I saw all these ports are open on the remote host. Another useful last option, last thing I want to share about the scripting. Nmap is not only scanning the website, only you can use vulnerability scanning or other different related things you can use it. So there is a NSD script we call NSD script. NSD script is quite useful. You can do a lot of things on the NSD script. This is location is let's go USR share Nmap. Then you can see there is a script CD script. So inside this script, right, script directory, you can see a lot of different NSD scripts. These NSD scripts are pre-written by the Nmap organization. You can use this script to, scan the remote host based on your requirement. For example, you want to scan the remote host, whether it's any SNMP protocol, SNMP issues. Let's now a few years back, right? There is the SNMP protocol vulnerability. So you want to test whether your remote host is running the SNMP protocol, so that you can scan using the SNMP script. I will show that the sample how you can scan using the script, but next video I will focus on the only script. This scripting is NSD very useful. You can use a lot of things. You can scan vulnerability, you can scan so many things on their pre-written, this NSD script. I will show the sample. For example, SMB enumeration script. There is a name is SMB enum. Sorry. SMB. Let's see first. ls SNB star. So it will show a lot of SMB related script. So which script you want to use is SMB enum share script. SMB enum share, this one we want to use. Okay, so sorry man, I have some issue. Okay, clear. Okay, send and map. There's the if you want to use the script, right, you need to type this dash script smb dash enum dash share dot nsc. If you don't want to type nsc also can. If you type nsc also can, no problem. Okay, there is no the nmap will be auto detect. Okay, this is the nsc script. The extension is .nsc. Okay, so SME protocol is working on the 139 and port 445. So we have to mention there are only two port we will scan. SME protocol is 445. For the HTTP, you only need to scan the 80 and 443, same things, right? SME protocol using the 139 and 445. So then target is what? I'm quite sure Google's any one of them not opening the SME protocol. So I will use the scanme.nmap.org again. Oh, something wrong. Sorry, the script is no need the S, just script. Okay, try. So this is the NSD script. Just now I shared already. There is a lot of NSD script inside there, Kali machines. So this one keeps scanning the UDB box. Okay, they haven't finished yet. So let's go back again. Then cd /usr share nmap scripts ls. So this is all the NSD script inside there, this directory. You can see the same script and not is you can find on this partition, right, this directory path, right, and you can download from the internet and save it this location so that you can use the Nmap to scan this. Okay, later I will share more scripting scanning using the Nmap and another video clip. I will focus only on the scripting because the scripting is very really good because all these script are written in pre-written by the Nmap, so that all this vulnerability you can use to scan using this NSD script whether remote host is impacted or not. So it's very useful. Okay, so let's go back via previous scan. Okay, then already. So see that is by blocking of Pimbro tribe. Okay, let's try the PN version. Sometimes you need to use the different recommendation. It required to use PN because of blocking our pin prop. So we can use the another different switch to scan again. Which means port 139 port 4445 is not opening, just now open already. Okay, so they just now saying this that if the system is really bad blocking your ping prop, so when you are doing this scanning, right, it says the pin scan to using this port 39445 is blocking. That's why they request us to use this switch dash p and switch. So we use the dash p and switch. Finally we saw this two ports are on the remote system scanme.nmap.org, but it's not open, which means the firewall is blocking. What is opening but you can reach is filter, and maybe it's detect okay, this port is not open, it's filter, maybe only for the internet user to access, or the external user if that you can access this SMB script. Okay, so that you cannot do anything. Okay, next video clip I will show all this script scanning using the Nmap. Thank you so much guys, and then please write any comment if you have any things on my video clips it's not really good, or you can happily write any types of comment. Okay, thank you so much guys, bye bye.